What is up, YouTube? Today, we're diving into the best K437 attachments and calibrations in Delta Force. The K437 is the newest weapon added in the Season 4 update for Delta Force, and it's one of the most well-rounded rifles in the entire game right now. It fires at 780 rounds per minute, hits for 25 damage per shot, and it has a 231 millisecond time to kill up to 23 meters. That makes it one of the fastest killing rifles in the game, but this one is way easier to control. The main build I've got for you today increases the magazine size from 30 to 45 rounds so that you can win more fights without reloading. The muzzle velocity is bumped up from 450 to 471 meters per second, making it easier to land your shots and giving us room to calibrate the gun for better handling. The recoil will be even easier than ever to control, while still keeping extremely good ADS movement speeds for an AR, along with great ADS times and great stability. This setup is the overall best one I could create that excels at short to medium ranges, while still being great at longer ranges up to 80 meters. It's possible to go further than 80 meters, but you're better off playing to its strengths. Aside from the main build, I also want to give you another one, making 2 builds in total today, which will be made for closer ranges, and I'll go over the why you would choose the attachments I'm recommending, of course. With all of that said, let's get into it. We begin with a blank K437, and we go from the barrel to the stock. For the barrel, we'll begin with the K437 Lancer long barrel combo. This is going to give us 2 new patch slots, plus 3 range, which is very important, and it will increase our muzzle velocity. Our control and stability will also go up while only dropping our handling by 10, which we will be able to correct. Accuracy doesn't matter too much, so don't even worry about that one here. Then on the muzzle, I'm highly recommending the Sandstorm Vertical Compensator. This gives you an insane amount of vertical control. If we look at the stats here, you can see how much it changes it by, which is huge. You will barely have to control this thing, while the handling only drops by 2, which again we are going to correct. Another option here, if you don't mind having more vertical recoil, is the Bastion Horizontal Compensator, because this will instead get rid of most of the horizontal recoil. In general though, the Sandstorm Vertical Compensator is my main recommendation here. Next, on the foregrip, I highly enjoy the X25U Angled Combat Grip. This drops both horizontal and vertical recoil, while only dropping your handling and stability by a tiny amount. This was probably the best foregrip for the whole Season 3, and it seems to be continuing in Season 4. Next, on the left or the right rail, whichever one, it doesn't matter, I like to put it on the left, we put on the red laser light combo. Although it looks like you're dropping a bit of handling, notice that when the laser light combo is on, you get even more handling, and you're also going to be getting more accuracy. This is only when the laser is actually on during the game though, so you won't see it reflected in the menu stats here, but it does drop your ADS times by 50 milliseconds, making it much faster to ADS. Next, on the left patch, we put on the DD Python handguard panel, and the same thing goes onto the right patch. This is going to give us +2 handling, which is not only going to affect our ADS times, but it will also affect your ADS movement speed. And now for the upper rail, instead of putting the DD Python, we're putting on the KC Hound handguard panel. This is going to give us just +1 stability, but stability does work on a logarithmic scale, so +1 actually makes a huge difference for now up until you reach about the 61 stability mark. That is the sweet spot for this weapon. Next on the magazine, we're going for the 45 round extended mag, because the 60 drops our stats by way too much. Our handling here, we really don't need this -9, so we stick to the 45. Then of course, do not forget to put on the small mag assist for the extra 1 handling. Then on the optic, you don't put a riser, you don't put any of that. Instead, you go for the panoramic red dot sight if you wish. Of course, this really is all preference, but I do recommend that you pick an optic which does not decrease your handling. I really enjoy the panoramic, so that is the one that I recommend. The iron sights are already flipped down, so you don't really have to lift the optic at all. Next, on the rear grip, the Invasion rear grip is the one that I found to be the most useful here because it gives us both control and handling. So let's put it on. And last but not least, just like the last season, on the stock, we're putting on the good old reliable Skeleton Sniper stock. This is going to increase our handling by a crazy amount amount with our stability too, and it's even better on weapons that don't really need that much recoil control, like the K437. Of course, it does drop our accuracy by a decent amount, but accuracy only affects your hip fire, so just don't hip fire. I do think that it's more than worth it for the handling and stability. This is the finished main build. Now let me give you the stats so that you can see what is going to change when we calibrate. You can see that the damage fall off multiplier has changed a little bit because we have increased the range of the weapon by changing the barrel, but this is not going to change when you calibrate the weapon. Moving on to control, it will change when you calibrate the weapon. You can already see the crazy amount of recoil control that we have here, and it's only going to get crazier. Our handling is already really good, but of course we're going to make this much better due to the current ADS movement speed, which we're actually going to increase by over 40 meters per second. The ADS speed will drop too, so the gun will have a nice and snappy feeling. Last but not least, on the stability, the only things that are going to change here are the movement stability, which is going to get a little bit worse, and the breath sway range, which is also going to get a little bit worse. But none of the other stats are going to change, and they're already amazing. The most important one here is the current lens stability while firing, which determines how much your optic actually moves. This makes it really hard for you to hit your targets if your optic moves too much, so you always want to have this really nice and low. Your breath holding duration is also important, and at 33 seconds, we can pretty much hold our breath the whole time that we're shooting, which is important because as you hold your breath, your recoil reduction is even better. Now let's go to the calibration screen and make the weapon even better than it already is. Starting off with the barrel, where we put the weight limit all the way down to the minimum and the length all the way down to the minimum also. This is going to give us more ADS speed and ADS movement speed. Now if your playstyle calls for longer ranges, then you should actually be increasing your length all the way up to the maximum, because then you're going to have over 567 meters per second for your muzzle velocity. Again, this is only if your playstyle makes it so that you're always encountering longer ranged battles. If you're not, if you're like me and you're more close range to medium range, then the length all the way down is where you want to be. On the foregrip, we're moving the placement all the way up to the maximum so that you get that +4 extra control, which is great, and the thickness all the way down to the minimum for the extra ADS movement speed, making sure that you can actually avoid shots as you strafe left and right as fast as possible. For the rear grip, we're going to be doing the same thing, where we move the weight limit all the way up to the maximum for the extra control and the thickness all the way down to the minimum so that we can get even more hipfire aim speed, which has nothing to do with hipfire. Don't let the name fool you. This is actually only going to affect your ADS times, making it 4% better. Then moving on to the stock, our weight limit goes all the way up to the maximum for the extra control and the cheek pad placement all the way down to the minimum for the extra ADS movement speed. You might have noticed that we have been constantly dropping the aiming stability while breathing and the aiming stability while moving, and this is because our stability has increased so much that even though we're dropping them by quite a bit, the new total of those stats is still higher than before even after these drops. And last but not least, on the optic, we're moving the eye relief all the way down to the minimum so that you can see as much as possible inside of your optics window. Now let's take a look at the brand new stats after all that calibration so that you can see exactly how much better it is. This doesn't change, so let's move to control, where you can see that this is actually kind of ridiculous. You barely have to control anything at all. All you have to remember is that you're going to be shooting a little bit to the left and then a little bit to the right. There's not really much to control here. On the handling, you can see that the ADS movement speed, which in my opinion is one of the most important stats, has risen by a huge amount here, while keeping your current ADS speed nice and low. Remember that because we have a laser on during the match, you need to subtract 50 milliseconds from this, so your actual final number is 321 milliseconds, which is very fast for an AR. Then our stability, like I said, the only things that change here are the breath sway range and the movement stability, but as you can tell, they are still great numbers while keeping the rest the same. Just overall amazing stability for the weapon. And now let me give you a second version of the build, which is going to be even better if and only if you're mainly focusing on close range engagements. So this is highly dependent on your playstyle. The only things that change here are the upper rail, where we take it from a KC Hound handguard panel to a DD Python handguard panel for the extra handling, and then on the muzzle, instead of a Sandstorm vertical compensator, we change it to a Bastion horizontal compensator. This makes sure that you don't have to control so much of the horizontal recoil, while then giving us the opportunity to change the foregrip from the X25U angled combat grip to the RKO foregrip. This is going to give us in the end much better handling and stability. Remember that this build is only here if you mainly want to focus on short range engagements. The calibration is going to be exactly the same, so just copy this over. It's the same thing as the previous build. And if you really want to be sneaky, to finish off this build, then you should be putting on the silent suppressor. This is a great combination if you want to go with that playstyle where you're just sneaking around in very close range engagements. But I do mainly recommend the Bastion horizontal compensator unless you're trying to be super sneaky. And now that you know the second build, let's go back to the original main build, which is good at pretty much everything that you can throw at it. Let's go to the firing range here so that you can see how it handles in practice. For the first magazine here, I'm going to take off my mouse completely off the mousepad so that you can see the raw recoil, and as you can see, that was really not bad at all. Now for the second magazine, I'm going to try to keep it all within this little white circle as I go down and right and then down and left just a little bit, and I am not holding my breath, and you can see how grouped that whole magazine was. And now for the third magazine, I am holding my breath now so that you can see just how easy it is when you hold your breath. This is nothing. The K437 is brand new, but it immediately goes to the S tier in my opinion. This is due to it feeling like a mix of the CR19's stats and the SG552 stats. And both of those are amazing guns last and this season. You should unlock it and try it out as soon as possible. And now that we have the build locked in, let's jump into a fun 89 kill match in trench lines so that you can see the setup in action. Enjoy! We're defending on trench lines with the brand new assault rifle for Season 4, the K437, and using the brand new operator Nox from Season 4. Let's see what we can do here today. Let's go left. There you are. Gotta get the medic before they revive people. I'm trying to only play the normal trench lines instead of the night mode trench lines for these gameplays. Because the night mode is kind of boring right now due to there only being 20 players, sadly, on the night mode. Hello, another guy right there, look at that. 70 meters, and that was an extremely easy kill. Let's get him too, does not expect it. K437, honestly, in my opinion, it might need a bit of a nerf in the future. Oh, never mind, I do not get to pick up that guy. It's alright. I thought I killed him already, so I kind of stopped shooting. I do that a lot. And not just in this game, I do that a lot in every single game that I play, every FPS. Use my ultimate and try to get all the way to the right side of the map. Luna, oh, never mind, that tank is going to stop me no matter what. That was scary. Hello. I see a guy right here. There we go, getcha. There's a guy who thinks he's at a safe spot. He's not. Ooh, how far does this actually attach? I have not tested that. You know what? I'm just gonna throw it in there. Oh, that went real far. There we go. We do have 45 rounds so that we don't have to reload every single time we get a kill. Because our fire rate is 780 milliseconds, which is actually a decent amount. Hold up. Get over here. Never mind. That tank is going crazy on me. They'll never expect it. Maybe they do. Here's somebody running to the left. See if we can get him. There's one. Two. That was just two. There's one more guy in B2 though. Gotta use my ultimate so that Luna does not target me again. And there's a guy behind. Damn it. Now aside from having a 780 round per minute fire rate, we're also dealing 25 damage per shot to the chest. That gives us an amazing time to kill, which is why I think this weapon is so good. It's a time to kill of 231 meters per second if you hit the upper chest area. Let's get you here. Oh, he knew. Let's get over to B2 here with my ultimate out so that Luna cannot detect me. That's the good thing about playing Nox, new character. Oh, there's another one. There's so many of them there. Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. They're taking B2. Don't want to allow that. Let's throw out one of these flashbangs in there. That was a good throw, good throw. Good throw, me. Okay, hold on. Oh, jeez. Still in there. It's okay, though. Let's heal up. Oh, I gotta reload. Dude, we got 45 rounds. Sometimes it's still not enough, though. I do wish that I had my... Oh, I do have my ultimate. Let me use it so that Luna can't detect me. They'll never expect me to be here now. There's gotta be one in this corner. There always is. Nope, not today. We're good. We got the point. Let's go. We took it back. There we go. Perfect. Amazing time to kill for this thing. Should not be able to beat me in the trenches that easily. Now you can tell that this weapon is somewhat meant to be for shorter ranges due to the maximum of 23 meters after our upgrades that we have done to it, which is the maximum range too. Oh, There we go. Got him good. Got him good. Let's go to B1 right now. The muzzle velocity also shows that it is meant to be a shorter range weapon because it's very low. It's only 471 even after the barrel exchange that we made. Let's go to B1. Keep it in the shorter ranges if you can. I messed up. I should have been behind cover. But even though truly you can tell that it's meant for shorter ranges, as you just saw right there, 72 meters is still extremely easy with this weapon. Whoa, what are you doing here? You're looking the wrong way. Gotta be someone else. I just heard a spawn beacon go down. This one. Oh, I see you. That's where you were. That's a funny spot. Oh, almost died. Good. Got him. Hold up. How about this? What do you think about that, huh? What do you think about... Oh, God. I was gonna flash him. But I got flashed too. I don't even know how. Stick to the right side here with my ultimate. Only got 7 seconds to come this way. There we go. Gonna wait. Get up on top. So that I don't get killed by whoever's gonna be there probably. They're not there anymore. Heal up. Where are they at? See you. Good. Let's just reload real quick. 9 rounds is enough to get one more kill, but... don't want to risk it. Oh, brother. Right in the head. There were 2 people there, and one of them I didn't see. Let's check this distance here. 115 meters. Got to lead them by a little bit. Not too much. Definitely more than normal assault rifles, just because of the lower muzzle velocity than usual. And there's a tank shooting at me, so I'm just gonna heal up and run away. I see you now. Oh, I see him. I'm gonna chase that guy. If anybody remembers the name, let me know in the comments if I kill him. It's the right guy. Where is he? This guy. Oh man, my teammate stole it from me. Damn it. Hello. I really was not expecting this weapon to be as good as it is for pretty much every scenario. Surprisingly good. At short and long ranges. You can just use it for everything. It does excel at shorter ranges though. Which is good, because it is a 300 blackout weapon, so that's what it should excel in. It was really meant to be an upgrade to current SMGs, which only usually fire like 9mm, so 300 blackout is supposed to be a bigger round used for the same purposes. So I really enjoy that they put that in the game, that they kept it like that. Use my ultimate, and then I'm just gonna rush forward. Okay, teammate just got destroyed there. Oh, that's an enemy! Did not notice that. Okay. Ooh, I'm so glad that he was low too. Wait, do they have a respawn beacon, or am I just blind? Because I don't know how she just showed up here. That's an S12K right there. Gotta get him. Good. Anybody else around here? Who see you? Okay, yeah, there's gotta be a respawn beacon somewhere. I gotta check that out. Somebody right here. Yeah, 70 meters, as you can tell. It's so easy to handle. I don't really recommend you use the weapon at very long ranges, like 80 plus meters. But 70 is extremely easy. Especially when you have the ability to calibrate it for more muzzle velocity. If you really want to stick to longer ranges, then calibrate it for more muzzle velocity. That's what I would recommend. Throw out a flash here. Reload while my flash goes off. Hit something. There you are. Now, where's the other sniper? Well, their respawn beacon was there. Just looking for that. Let's get down. Prone. Oh my goodness. What's going on over here on the side? I cannot see due to that smoke again. Don't enjoy it when they smoke in places that I don't let me see people. Ooh, I hit somebody with my disc. Look at that. 71 meters is super easy. Just don't use it 80 plus. That's a whole vehicle right there. How am I gonna do this? Just ult and then run. I see somebody right here. Kill him in the air, maybe? No, somebody else is shooting at me. I could have done it. Let's get you, though. Right there, 76. Let's throw some stuff in here. Sure that we can hurt a couple people with that. Don't see anybody around here. Oh, see you. Go, stick to the right. About to flash this guy. Never mind. Haha, didn't need to. Come all the... Oh. I was not sure where that guy was going at all. I thought he would go one side and then he went the other way. Flash her as I run through. I completely missed the flash though. It's alright, we still got her. There's gotta be some more people here to the right. Right side is a good... good side for shorter range weapons. Never mind. I just saw that somebody was reviving the person that I just killed over here. Let's get on top. And make sure that I get her again. That was the one. There's one more though. And it's the one that revived that person. Ooh. One more shot for each side. He would have killed me with one. I would have killed... Oh my goodness. My team is doing really good right now. I'm not the only one doing well. Gotta be... Oh. There's one more, no? Or is everybody just dead here to the right? Yeah, I think they are. Oh, okay. There we go. 82 meters. As you see, I had to lead her by a decent amount. That was the big problem there when I was trying to kill her. I hear someone running. Yep, you. And behind. That is not even a tank. What is this guy doing? That's so funny. What the... That's where you were. It's very good at killing people who are head glitching because the only thing that you can see when they're head glitching is the head and the upper chest. And that's exactly what makes this weapon so good, because the upper chest and head both give you insane time to kill. Now Nox is meant to be a sneaky character, so I'm going all the way around with my ultimate so that Luna cannot see where I am. And hopefully the others don't see me either as I run across and I catch some prey, like this guy. Let's get some more prey. There we go. Let's find some more. Medic is always good prey. It's a perfect prey, actually. Let's throw this out, just in case. Oh no, I'm gonna die here to the thing behind me. Yeah, no idea. Perfect sneaky. Oh my god, we're so good at being sneaky. Okay. Got him all. No! Damn it, I deserve it. I have enough points for a guided missile, but I don't really want to use it because I actually kind of want them to take the point to keep the match going for a little bit longer so that I can show you how he works on the last point. Although it kind of looks like my team is not going to allow that to happen. So let's just use my ultimate right around here somewhere. Or not my ultimate, but my guided missile. And let's see what we can get with that. Hello. Nice to see you here. Oh yeah, super nice, easy kill. Good little guided missile at the end there to finish the match. We had a nice 89 kills there with the K437. What a good gun. They might nerf it in the future, who knows. So in the comments down below, let me know what you thought of this K437 build, and if you have any way to improve it even more. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you on the next one. Owl out.